ShopRite in South Jersey. Shout out to ShopRite. Um, but I was shopping with my wife, and I just got the news that the Eagles traded for Zaire Alexander from the Ravens. Um, yeah, so we get Zaire Alexander and a 2027 seventh round pick for a 2026 sixth round pick. There we go. So unless there is something that I'm missing, that was a pretty good trade by Howie Roseman. Go ahead. I'm about to run into folks in here. Trying to go live. This is the first of me going live in the shop, right? But my wife is waiting for some lunch meat or something, and they taking way too long. And then I saw the news, so I saw a couple of Eagles fans. We were talking about it, but it's always something going on. Always something going on. I'm trying to find a nice, quiet aisle where I can talk at, so I won't be like annoying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy. Here we go. So, what's up, Carlos? so, but yeah, that was a good get by Howie. I thought he was done with Carter, um, but apparently not. So I think that was a good get. He'll definitely, both of them will definitely play when we go to Green Bay. So something that could definitely boost the secondary. Wasn't really paying attention to all the Miles Garrett news. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. They already said that they wouldn't trade him to Browns. Plus the Browns, well, what are the Browns gonna do with two or three new first round picks? They can't. They have shown you that they don't know how to draft. They've shown you that. So, um, but we made the right deal. The Wizard of Philadelphia does it again. So, so yeah, my wife's still up there waiting for the waiting for a turn in line. So, but yeah, everybody got to stay healthy. Everybody got to stay healthy. That 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 situation never changes. We gotta. That's the biggest thing for all teams. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy. Ain't really much you can do about that. Can't be a good team if you hurt. So we going down to the edge, especially now that we are officially after the bye week. We are officially in the back half of the season. So we got to do what we got to do. Stay healthy, get on the court, and we will see Landon Dickerson. Jalen Carter is healing up. Brandon Graham's coming back, so that extra week should help him. I'm glad he didn't rush it. Um, I don't think he needed to, but I'm glad he didn't because they were, especially after we re-signed him, he was probably excited to get on the field. But I'm glad they waited. I'm glad they waited. We got that win. It can't hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I think Nolan Smith will be back too. So as far as like health, we should be good to go. But we'll see what's going on. But so yeah, good get by Howie. Good get by Howie Roseman. How we doing, baby? Okay, I'm live. We just made a big trade. So the Eagles, we got Zaire Alexander from the Ravens. So, but that was a good get. So, what's up, Panda? Oh shoot, this is perfect. I'm gonna tell my wife I'm gonna sit down at one of these tables too. But can't be. Yeah, you're right. It can't be worse than Keely Ringo. Hey, babe. Cat. I'm gonna be in the little sit down at one of the tables. All right, in the alleys. So I forgot we got tables and stuff back here. So, but in any case, hold on for 1 second. We'll sit my butt down so I can talk. There we go. Ugh. There we go. All right. Ugh. That's better. So, um, it can't be worse than Keely Ringo. I'm with you, Star Wars. I did not see this coming either. But you knew how he was on the phones. You knew he was doing some things. That's the way he works. That's the way he works, man. And um, you know, that's how we get it done. That is how we get it done. So I'm not worried about it. I'm happy that we got the deal. The secondary is legit now. Our secondary is legit. We should have no issues. Um, are they going to cut Keely Ringo? I doubt it. They'll probably keep him on special teams. He's still a good special teamer, and for whatever reason, that talent, because the kid is big, the kid is physical, and the kid is fast. But for whatever reason, he just can't rotate his hips, and his technique is just like trash sometimes. And I never understood that. He just all the talent in the world, but it just for whatever reason it just didn't manifest. So, hey, what's up, Delco? Yeah, this is if he can still play. I don't see why he can't still play. You don't forget everything. It's usually, you know, I don't know if you guys saw me when I was with Barrett Brooks the other day when we talked about the, walking away from the game or the game spitting you out. So hopefully, he still got some gas in the tank, and he can still cover. Is this going to be another like Kevin Byard, like we did a couple years ago? It sounded good in theory, and it just didn't translate as well as we wanted to. So we'll see what's going on. I like Zaire with Vic Fangio. That's a good piece, if not for nothing else, for the veteran leadership. He understands what he needs to do. He understands where he is, and listen, it can't hurt. Can't hurt. Oh, I didn't know Epps went to IR. Thank you, Tiff. I did not know that. I did not know that. Injuries, man. Gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy. The injuries kill us, but we in a good spot now. So we'll see. Everybody keeps saying the same thing. How could it be worse with Keely Ringo? But I mean, he's still a young dude. Keely Ringo's only 23 years old, so he's still a young pup. So he got time to turn it around. You never know. It'll be our luck. He'll go somewhere else, and then he'll start balling out for whatever reason. Who knows? But in any case, that's not our riddle to solve. All we got to do is figure out how we going to play. Both of them are going to play with Green Bay, and I'm very excited to see what our lineup looks like at Green Bay. Everybody's going to be back on the field and healthy. We're going to get a healthy Jalen Carter. Look at Jalen Carter specifically, because he had a couple splash plays against New York. Most importantly, he was the cause of one of the interceptions. Getting in Jackson Dart's face and making him get rid of the ball quick. So we need that type of attack, and we got to get him back to being in a situation where he is the game plan. He is the double team. He's the one you got to stop. He's the one you got to find. So that's the type of stuff we got to figure out, man. So. Listen, man, I'm not scared about Green Bay's wide receivers. Sorry. Jordan Love is pretty good, but Jordan Love's got his issues as well. We'll be fine. I knew Ojolari was hurt. I didn't realize he went to IR either. So, okay. We need an edge. We're going to get Brandon Graham going to come back, so I don't know what he's going to give us. Brandon Graham going to be on the pitch count. So he'll get some clock, he'll get some snaps, but he's going to be on the pitch count. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everybody else is breaking in with the Zaire Alexander news. So I feel fortunate that I can break the news at a SHOPRITE in South Jersey. So I normally don't go shopping with the wife, but she asked me today. We supposed to go to the Amish market. Then my little grand came over, so I was playing with him. So we missed the Amish market. She's like, "Why don't you come to the shopping, the grocery store with me?" So I did that. So, what's up, Morris? What's going on, dude? Roland, I agree with you 100%. People complaining on X, but he's better than Ringo and Jackson. I agree 100%. What's up, Afrado? Dressed up as Keenan in the Eagles. Okay, Afrado. I mean, Howie ain't done either. We still might get an edge. We still got a chance to get one of them boys from Miami. It's not said and done yet. So, Howie ain't done. And guess what? If he is done, I ain't mad. I'm not mad. So, but we'll see how this is going to play out, because this could still be an issue for we know. It is what it is. What's up, Roland? Thank you for that, man. Appreciate the love, man, while I'm in the shop, right? I appreciate the super chat, bro. Oh, hell. If it's going to be like this, I need to come from ShopRite more often. Shoot. Maybe I can get a sponsor. Let me check on my wife. She's still standing in line down there. I don't know. Yep, she's still standing in line. So, all right. I'm gonna sit my butt right back down. I'm about to lose power in my phone. I'm gonna go till my phone turn off. So appreciate the 199 super chat. Much love. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can Zaire play edge? Nah. You know what? They might just keep the same thing going now that N'Kobe Dean is back. They might just keep Jahad Campbell coming off the edge in the meantime until they can solve that problem or until somebody comes back a little bit healthy. Jahad Campbell is in chess analogy, Zaire. Jahad Campbell is a queen piece on the board, meaning you can move him in any direction and do whatever you want to do with him. He is that talented. He is that fast. He is that good. Yes, he is still rough around the edges in some ways, but which rookies aren't? But when you have somebody with the supreme talent like Ha does, you can put him in some different situations. You can put him in some different situations, and you can use him like a Micah Parsons. Yes, you can. But the only way to see what he can or can't do is to put him in that situation. And I think you can move him up and down the line of scrimmage. I think he would be okay with that. So, but we'll see what Vic is going to do. I don't want to question Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio has been phenomenal. So I don't want to nitpick. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So Dean is the guy we need. Dean is the guy we need with the green dot. Don't get it twisted. N'Kobe Dean is a quarterback back there. People do not give enough credit to N'Kobe for how smart he is on that field. He is a QB in that defensive huddle. He's the one that needs the green dot. Let Zach Bond go. Let him loose him and let him do his thing. Because they can both wear the green dot, but I like N'Kobe calling the plays. That's just me. Yeah. Jahad is crazy. And you know what? Shout out for Howie because he didn't. All we gave up was a 2026 sixth round pick. I think we got a seventh. We got a 2026 seventh, and we gave up a 2026 sixth. I think that's how it goes. So we didn't give up much to get him. So they was gonna just let him go anyways. So I think we won that battle. Definitely think we won that battle. Yeah, Dean brings the attitude. Let me see. Did we get another? So Nooms for 9 said hi. What's going on? Hi. Yeah, Kobe's one of the smartest players in the league, man. I like him when he's on the field. And his run defense, the dude, because remember, everybody was talking smack that he wasn't a big linebacker. Everybody was looking to get Jeremiah Trotter again, and he ain't going. We don't have that, but N'Kobe Dean knows how to put himself in the right positions to make the play, point, period, in the paragraph. So I'm good with that. Yeah, Tiff, Dean is literally an engineer on and off the field. Facts. I'm efforting to get him on my show. I'm efforting. I think I've told you guys this before. I see Dean like when I go to alumni events and stuff like that. I met him when I went to his football camp last year. Now, he's not, to me, what I consider somebody I consider a friend. If I call you, you'll call me back, right? So I don't have that type of friendship with N'Kobe Dean. However, every now and then I'll send him a text, say, hey, man, good game. Because I used to text him every month or so when he was doing his rehab. Like, bruh, can't wait till you get back. He's always positive, so maybe one of these days I can get him on. So I'm efforting. Ah, I got you. I got you, Tiff. I didn't realize that. So I didn't do that. I don't do live often because normally when I go live on my phone, I'm at the golf range hitting golf balls. So I usually don't follow the chat. So, but this is different. So this is different. Yeah, John Carter, this was a good move. Yo, Howard is the Wizard of Philadelphia. He is the Wizard of Philadelphia. So I agree with you. Definitely a good move. Yeah, Roland. Well, we gonna look good. We gonna look good. Yeah, we've struck out a couple times. Howie has had a couple of misses, but for the most part, he's got a pretty good batting average when it comes to signing vets. Because you remember we had Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. Both of those guys paid dividends. Technically, you could say the same thing about James Bradbury when we got him. The Giants didn't want to deal with him no more, and he was solid for us. That last year in 23 kind of fell off the cliff, but in 22 he was solid. So Kevin Byard, we missed with that. What was the linebacker that ended up going to Tampa or that played in Tampa that we got him and he didn't do nothing? We missed on that one. Probably. Vic has input on all of that type of stuff. Ultimately, it's Howie's decision because he's trying to do what's best for the team. But why wouldn't he talk with his coaches? Because Vic Fangio is looking for certain types of players, and you got to take his input. So, and plus, you got to look at it from the standpoint Vic Fangio knows other coaches that he's probably got friends that used to coach at Baltimore, so he probably made some calls and got some input from some other people on the outside just to see what it was like. So I trust him. So yeah, Shaq Leonard, it was Devin White. That's Devin White was who I was trying to think about. But Shaq Leonard was another one. Shaq Leonard wasn't. He was okay. Devin White. We had the guy from. What was the guy we had at 23? The linebacker, the one that had that crazy haircut with the braids. He would actually turn out to be pretty good. But that year the defense could nobody on the defense tackle, so I don't know what that was. Listen, man, I don't worry about Howie getting ready for the draft with draft picks. I don't worry about none of that. Howie finds a way to do it. He finds a way to do it. So that's the least of my worries, man. Howie will figure it out. And next thing you know, you'll blink and Howie will have two more top picks again in the first round or something like that. You know, and all the other team got was, a cheesesteak and some candy bars or something goofy like that. Howie Roseman will find a way to have it done, man. True. When you play, yeah. Zach Bond is the by definition. Like if you ever talk to somebody that played in the league or played sports, you would always hear this phrase called a numbers game, or you got lost in the sauce, caught up in the shuffle. That's where Zach Bond was. Zach Bond always had this talent, but he was playing behind two contracts. He was playing behind two bigger contracts, and they had to play those guys. And it wasn't like they were playing bad. So he was. That's what I mean when you say he got lost in the sauce, caught in the shuffle. And he was just a victim of circumstances. And when he got down here, he had an opportunity to play. And he opened everybody's eyes. Everybody wants that opportunity. Everybody wants that opportunity. So, but Zach Bond made the most of his. And he became an all-pro and Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion. Would you pull the trigger on Miles or get someone else? Me personally, I would try to get somebody else first, because I can get somebody that's good. You're not going to get somebody like Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is one of one. Having said that, if you can get a really good, even the difference between saying somebody is really good and Myles Garrett, there's a huge gap because Myles Garrett is just way in front of everybody else. But if you can get somebody really good and still come away with more draft picks and things of that nature, with more value, would probably do that. But if you can get somebody like Miles Garrett, and like I was just saying about Howie Roseman, you can blink and he could turn it around and have more draft picks next year. So, um, but we knew the Browns wasn't training Miles Garrett. Don't forget, I've been following the Browns this whole year because I've been watching Shador. I'm from Ohio, so I've been trying to follow the Browns situation. But they said it from day one, like we are not trading Miles Garrett. That's very dangerous because you give somebody like Miles Garrett impunity to basically say what he want to say because the Browns are screwing it up there. So 3 firsts is steep. 3 firsts is steep. But when you're talking about a guaranteed gold jacket, first ballot Hall of Famer that's still playing like he's in his prime, I would take that risk. I would take that risk because Howie Roseman knows how to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. So he can take some low draft picks, flip them, turn them, get some players that ain't nobody else looking at, and make some things happen. So if anybody can do something with that, Howie Roseman can. So, but yes, I agree 100%. That is a steep price. However, comma, Miles Garrett would be worth it, and I wouldn't say that about many players. 3 first round picks, I wouldn't say that about too many players. Miles Garrett, I would. Miles Garrett, I would. But he ain't coming. In. He's still in Cleveland, so he's stuck. So, yeah, I saw that Lord Vaughn Cowboy fans crying about what Jerry Jones said. Jerry Jones is, yeah, he on some other stuff, man. So, yeah, I remember that Lord Vaughn when they talked that smack about Saquon. They even talked about it this year. Uh, and I don't know if y'all been rocking with me, man. I'm so disappointed in our people in our Philadelphia media getting all thin skinned, talking about AJ Brown and everything, and then they said that we could still win without AJ. I'm like, nah. But the point I was trying to make with Saquon, everybody was saying Saquon lost a step after that year last year, and I'm like, y'all not watching tape. Saquon was not running well because our offensive line was not blocking well. Cam Jurgens is hurt. Landon Dickerson is hurt. Um, Brett Toth was horrible at left guard. When they moved him to center, he was a hell of a lot better. That's why we had two backs for over 100 yards against the Giants. Toth was at center, and Dickerson was back at guard. So that made a world of difference. So we just figured something out. So, um, yeah, Tiff, it's I don't know, man. It's like one of them people. Everybody know this person that's like you friends with them, but every time you bring them around somewhere, they always complaining about something. That's what a lot of the Philly media is. They gotta find something to complain about. Like just shut up and enjoy the ride. And the thing that irks me so bad about AJ is because Philadelphia, if no other place, we have history with a real diva wide receiver. That the end result was worst case scenario. We have history with that, so we know what that looks like, and they still talking trash. That's what pisses me off about Philly media sometimes. Like we got a history with it, and they still talking trash. So, um, yeah, Toth was really good last game. So let's see if he can keep that up, especially when we go into the Green Bay and everybody's healthy. That's the big key. Everybody's healthy. So let me check on my wife again. She's still down there waiting in line. She cannot be still down there waiting in line. I think she went somewhere. So, all right. All right, I'm about to end this live. So, all right. Appreciate everybody. This was obviously impromptu. I've never done it in a grocery store before, but hey, it is what it is. So shout out to everybody jumping on. I will be on tonight at 10:30 p.m. So we're going to talk more about this. I got to go home, do some homework. Um, Maybe I can watch a little film, see what we're dealing with, and we're going to talk again tonight. So let me turn this off. Let me figure out where my wife ran off to, get the rest of these groceries, and get up out of here. But I will see y'all later on tonight on Pro Fan Talk. Bring a friend. Holla at y'all later. Go Birds.